Today, I've compiled the largest list of myths in Blox Fruits, and I am going to bust or confirm all of them. By the end of today's video, you are going to know the most insane glitches, the most insane myths, bugs, anything and everything that can exist in this game. We are going to prove it exists or prove that it is nothing but lies. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Let's get into myth number 1. Our first myth sent in by you guys is that when you have the awakened magma fruit, NPCs can also walk on this lava that you create. So let's go ahead and we'll just hit this guy. Can he walk over here? I came to this island because I figured he could. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh no, he fell in. Does that mean he can walk on it? Kind of walks on it, but the minute I start walking away, he falls into the water. I guess that one's kind of confirmed. So our next one is when you use parallel escape, which is the X ability on Portal like this. I can't take damage. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't taking damage. All right, let myself fully heal and let's quickly go in. Yeah, no damage until, wow, that is completely useless information, but it worked. That one's confirmed. This next one has popped up every time I've done a myth video. When I did the first myth video like 3 years ago, this one was still there. If you have a higher level mastery, you do higher damage. It's true. We don't even have to test it. Let's get 2 devil fruit that have weapons. So I have a 600 mastery light fruit and a 363 mastery ice fruit. Let me hit this guy and we're going to do 1,856 damage. And now that I have my light fruit, I'm going to do 2,269 damage. That's significantly more than I thought it was going to be. Let me explain. In your stats menu, whenever you equipped something, you get this little bonus here, plus 415. Or if I equipped my light fruit, plus 415. That's because you get a +1. I think it's for every 3 mastery that you have. So you can see it's 415, but if I change back to the ice fruit, it's now 363, which means my stat bonus is only 250. So I basically have 200 more stat points. Oh, it's less than 200, but I basically have 200 more damage than if I was to use a lower mastery fruit or melee or sword or gun. This one is true. It didn't even need to be busted because you're meant to know these things. I don't know if there's a super fair way to test this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 of each. This myth claims that sea beasts in the second sea are harder to find and therefore they give more money, more mastery. We're going to focus on the money aspect. I went ahead and did 5 sea beasts in the second sea and then 5 in the third sea. Luckily, 1 in the third was rumbling waters, making my life easier. First thing to note is that a sea beast in the second sea will give you 100 more fragments per kill. They give 250, where in the third sea, they only give 150. And by getting the average of all 5 kills for the amount of money that you received in the third sea, I got 413,334 per kill on average. And in the second sea, I got 416,578 per kill. So I guess that means it's correct. You get more, a little bit more per sea beast in the second sea. They're also easier to find in the second sea. The third sea is kind of bad for sea beasts. Our next myth claims that you can hold down the X ability, Orbital Chain, forever. I'm just going to hold it down and aim it at this tree. I know it slows down, but does it just go on and on? All right, it's gotten slow. I'm gonna see if I can hold it for a whole minute. Under 10 seconds to go. It's still going, like it's slow, but I feel like it's bottomed out and now it's firing one every so often. That is more than a minute for me, I believe. You're not really using a move at this point, but yeah, you can hold it for as long as you want. And the last few go off no matter how long you hold it. Our next myth is that the Mink super dash can go through walls. Well, I'm not a mink, so please. Why am I here now? Rabbit, let's go. Okay, I need to get my V4 real quick. Here we go. Let's see how this super dash thing works. So I know if I hold it down, well, I didn't go through that wall, but maybe it was because I was on the ground. No, okay. How about this wall? Very thin wall. Oh, okay, I went through that wall. That's kind of real. How about the mansion wall? Because this one's also like, oh, I didn't go through. What if I... Nope. How about near the front? This is a very thin bit of wall here. I went through the door then. I 100% went through the door. Oh, I went through 2 walls. And now I'm stuck in here. Oh, no, we're back out again. Okay, very, very thin walls. You might have a chance of going through them if you're right up against them. I don't know if I would really say that one's confirmed. That might be kind of busted, kind of confirmed. Okay, if this next one is true, it is super useful. When you become an eagle, you get the feather meter, which goes down as you attack and as you fly, right? So if I do a bunch of attacking, it's only if I use my M1. Yes. Also, I hate that I don't have my parrot skin on. I'm so sorry. Let's keep flying up because I need to have a lot of room to do this. We're going to assume I'm running from a battle. I'm shooting down at the guy. I'm like, man, I really don't want to die. I'm an absolute coward right now. We're out of feather. But if I hold down my M1, the meter, look how fast the meter's going back up too. And I can still move in the sky. Like I'm still running away a little bit. Like I'm slower, but I'm still running away right now. Okay, that's kind of awesome. And then we hit full and we can turn our fly back on and just keep flying away. Wow. So you can hold your M1 to make your meter go back up. Let's see if I use some of my meter. I'm still in flight and I'm holding it, so it's going down. But if I turn flight off and then hold it, we got levitate basically, and the meter goes back up. That's so good. They probably need to fix that. I feel like that's a bit strong. Right, that one is confirmed. The next one is that if you use the skull guitar in the air, you get a speed boost. What this is based off is something that I can't do, but people think that if you're in the air and you use the skull guitar, you'll go faster, but that's not it. There's this like jump dash while using the skull guitar to get a speed boost. I'm not good at it. This one's kind of confirmed. There is a trick you can use the skull guitar's M1 for, but it's not just if you're in the sky and you use the M1, you'll go faster. That's not it. You have to be doing the dash jump thing to get the boost. So kind of confirmed. The next one I'm fairly certain does work because I've accidentally done this before. Basically, if I start a raid, I'm going to start this flame raid. I'll be able to escape the raid by going through the portal just as it starts. Why did a portal appear just then? I was slightly off. Attempt number 2. Go, 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 go. Through the portal. No? Yes? Oh, I think they fixed it. Wait, is the eagle insane for raid? Wait, new myth. Eagle can fly during raids and it's goated. I guess Phoenix can also do that, but Eagle is even better because it's actually a DPS fruit. Yo, all right, double myth. Eagle good in raid. And when I run out of feather meter, I'm just gonna do this bad boy. Although I guess this really slows you down, but that's fine. I don't really care. Our next myth is that the creation fruit, by holding down the M1, you can block literally anything in the game. Now, I do need some friends to test this with, but first, I want to test it on Big Mom. Big Mom has this massive pink blaster attack that she uses. I feel like being able to block that would be kind of awesome. Batter up, knock her away, and then if I do this... she shot straight through it. She shot straight through it again. This is not looking good for me. I don't like this at all. Even if I put... Okay, so it definitely can't block everything. That's busted. I don't even need a friend for that one anymore. Next myth. A transformed leopard can run on lava. It can. Wait, what? That's not right. Wait, does that mean a transformed Yeti can? Oh, the Yeti can... Wait, why does the leopard have that power? Is that a bug? Anyway, it's confirmed the leopard can run on lava for some reason. Apparently, if I use diamond and crust and then switch to Buddha at the same time, I'll be able to use both. Also, diamond has a new icon that I wasn't aware of. I don't think this is going to work, but there has been a lot more bugs recently. Nah. We'll try one more time. Nah, it's too fast. The diamond gets priority. I was clicking them at the exact same time, all right? It doesn't work. If I use my Yeti transformation and at the exact same time switch to holding the smoke fruit, I was meant to turn invisible, but I did not. Let's try a different fruit. I feel like I've done this before with maybe T-Rex. I feel like this used to be a bug. Oh, this one has a fury meter. Okay, I'm going to use Mammoth. All right, are we ready? At the exact same time. 3, 2, 1, boom. Nah, whatever was wrong with it, it's fixed. This one is no longer a thing. Switching to the smoke fruit while transformed does not make you invisible. Apparently, if I get under the front of a boat like this and then use magma arms, like so, It'll bug me out? No. It's meant to give me permanent magma arms. No, all it does is kill me in the ocean. Let's try a different boat. I feel like I can really get underneath this one. Nope. Just drowning again. Oh, I'm dead. I may have found a way to do this, though. So if I get in under here, I'm really sort of like in the thick of it. That was so buggy when I just... All right, yeah, nah, it doesn't work. You can no longer give yourself lava arms with the boat. Way too many of you guys messaged me about this myth, and I have to tell you, these never work. Please don't be silly. But apparently, if I write /good fruit with a capital G before rolling in the second C, I will get a good fruit. Please don't work. The sand, that is not a good fruit. We all knew this one wasn't gonna work. Way too many people believe in those things, man. The creation fruit can build on lava. I actually know this one works. It can be a little bit tricky though, and that's simply because if you take damage, you'll leave build mode. What I find is the easiest way, you can just stand on the rock and then you can start building. And then basically, in order to keep building, all you have to do is when you run out of room, you sort of like jump, stand still, you take a little bit of damage, but then you can keep going from here. So if I put my mouse over here, I think. Nah, I gotta move again. There we go. Pretty easy to build on lava. You just have to not move. Another lava-based one? Although I guess this makes sense. If I go into the X, I cannot walk on the lava. This is not like the water. That will kill you. Since I'm in the second C, I might as well just do this one here. Apparently, the unawakened version of the V move for Magma does more damage than the awakened version, which seems crazy to me. There's no way this is real, right? Let's test this out on this man right here. So magma meteors. Oh, he died. I can't test it if they die. Here we go. We'll try it against the boss. So one hit there is 8,600 damage. All right. And now for the awakened version, we're going to do 9,000, 10,000, 11,000 damage. All right. That myth is busted. Up next is that the Cyborg version 3 ability can completely delete boats. And I'm going to test this right now. I'm fairly certain I've accidentally done this before. I can see the ship's HP. Yeah, look at that. That's crazy. That's awesome. That one is true. There's a rumor going around that the ghost fruit has the old revive icon again. Why is it doing that? It's definitely the new ghost fruit. I do like this symbol. The other one's good too, but I like the revive symbol. Okay, that one's back for some reason. If you reset while eating a devil fruit, apparently it won't activate. I'm gonna do this in a safe zone. Let's go eat. And then reset. Rocket activated. No, it definitely activated. I guess that one's busted. It does activate. You can spam the Commander Sword. Is that how you say it? The Commander Sword's M1 to get yourself float. Let's give it a go. Oh, yeah. It does float a bit. It's not very effective. But you could also throw in your piercing dash and you would float a fair bit. Say from right here, let's spam. We got a bit of float and then dash up and then we keep floating. Yeah, you know what? That's not bad. It's not like good, but it's not too bad. Oh, this one's a treat, okay? I 100%, I'm fairly certain this works. If I create a control area, and we're not going to be able to do this for much longer because the control will get reworked one day. So what we do is we create the zone and then we hold down Gamma Rush for like maybe 20 seconds or something. The best thing you could do is hold W. Keep going, keep going. There we go. All right, we're on the move now. So I'm holding down V and I'm holding W. We can't dash or anything like that, but if we're fast enough, we might be able to like really show off this bug. Let's go through here. We should be able to go. Oh no, the portals don't work. Okay, this is a little bit harder than I thought. All right, come on, come on, come on. Hopefully I've been fast enough. Now I'm so far away. Watch me use this ability. It hit, and now I'm invisible. Oh, there we go. I was actually attacking over there where my circle was. I think it had despawned already, so I fully bugged out. There's a couple of different things you can do with this. This myth works, by the way. This myth 100% works. Now I'm just having fun. Okay, this time my zone should definitely be up, and now when I hit this guy, you really can't see it, but I'm attacking over there right now, and now I'm back fact, I did 4k damage. It's crazy. It's very broken. If you don't move too far away, it'll actually move the control area to you as well. What if I told you the love fruit had the longest range in this game? I'm fairly certain somewhere around there's an enemy. All I have to do is target him. It's not locking on. Let's get our pale scarf out. Okay, there's Awakened Doe level 1 over there. So if I was to aim in this direction, man, it's not, wait, has this been nerfed? My favorite feature of this whole game is gone. I know that Cupid Zone used to be able to shoot really far. Maybe this is gone. Maybe it's all over. What if I go like this far away? I can't even see it on my other screen. All right, myth busted. Unlucky. If you use your race ability, which is T on your keyboard, while you're transformed as a Buddha and then shift back, you'll keep the giant ability. So this makes sense to me. This will work, right? So we shift back. Yeah. It's still big. That doesn't surprise me at all. That is exactly how I expected it to work. Cool. All right. Myth confirmed. This next one's kind of really exciting if it works. This myth claims that mastery damage is calculated on hit, not on cast. There's a good way to test this. If we get the light fruit, okay, the light fruit has 600 mastery. So if I, wait, I'll take my hockey off. If I shoot with it, it does 3,200 damage. Unless I shoot with it and then I quickly switch to my sword that only has 150 mastery, which means it should do less damage. Let me aim. I'm going to use 2 hands on this. Boom. 2,900. Wait, it really did. There was a big difference, right? 2,900 compared to 3,200. It's always the same. Do I have something that is 1 mastery? The dual-headed blade, 1 mastery. Okay. So let's confirm the damage is always the same. 3,249. I might even test another myth right now. If I shoot him with my light, will I get mastery for my blade? Oh, he would have to die. I'm going to shoot this one with my light fruit and I'm going to quickly switch my sword. 2,813. Yeah, having 1 mastery. The mastery is calculated when your attack hits. So you could technically change, which also means, can I maybe do this? I'm about to shoot this guy. Boom. No, it still stayed as Blox Fruit's mastery. Okay. So when you attack someone, basically what's happening is if I'm attacking with the Hand of the Emperor and then I switch to the sword, the damage is calculated on this number, the mastery number that's currently displayed. Also meaning that the number should be able to go up. If I shoot with this gun, 181, and then I shoot again but switch, 339, because my mastery is twice as much. That's crazy. I can't imagine anyone being able to use that, but myth confirmed, man. That's cool. The next myth is about whether or not you can buy the old spin fruit from this little doghouse right here. Oh, this says physical rocket now. They've completely changed it. It used to say spin fruit or whatever used to be there. That's not true anymore. It says rocket now. There is an additional race awakening room in the Temple of Time. I think I know what this is talking about. I don't think it's a room. I think it looks like there's a path. I think what they're talking about is right here where it looks like the path is meant to lead away, but then there's just a wall. Now, there's nothing behind this wall, as you can see. There's no extra special room or anything, but I think that's what this myth is talking about. It's talking about the fact that this pathway clearly leads over here, but then the dragon was added to the volcano, or the Draco was added to the volcano instead. I think that's what the myth is talking about. This next myth, I actually personally know is true. There are chests inside the igloos. Wait, there it is. You can see it. It's right there. It's the silver chest. And inside this one, there should also be a silver chest. Let me go in here. Yoink. 900. Is there a way to get in here? There really isn't a way to get into the igloo without bug abuse, huh? Completely useless, but confirmed. I was actually gonna move, but I feel like this one's kind of perfect to do right here. If we get the ghost fruit and we activate our ghost, can't activate your ghost form in the water because it deactivates your devil fruit. I'm a dumb person. How about this guy? There we go. Okay, I'm in my ghost form. And now that I'm in my ghost form, I change, like for example, the Yeti, and then I press the transform button. Ghost Yeti. Let's go. Yeah, if you change, you can use a ghost form. Let's get a dragon. We got to do it. Let's get a ghostly blue dragon because I also have... Wait, does the skin not work because I'm dead? No, I unequipped the skin. Here we go. Finally. All right, let's transform into ghost blue dragon. Look at that. Turn my haki on. Now I'm a kind of blue, kind of green dragon. Honestly, it looks like I have my observation haki turned on, but I don't. It's very strange. And then when I attack, it's the correct color, and I'm not the correct color. Cool, though. This one's confirmed. There is still ghost forms of your favorite beast. This myth claims you can get outside the haunted ship. Now, you used to definitely be able to do this. Yep. Still can, but it's water. It has the same water damage, but even like stronger. So it's very hard to find somewhere to like stand. Oh, I'm dead. There's just like a hill aura around the building. It's bad. You can go out there if you want though. So myth confirmed. A couple of sword glitches myths coming your way. First off, if I hold down the X with Yama and then I unequipped it, say for another sword, if I do it very quickly, nah, you can't do it. They fixed it. It used to get you stuck. The next one is the hold down heat slash. That doesn't, you can't move. How am I meant to go through the portal with heat slash? That doesn't make any sense. If I go like, no, I like that. Now I'm in the portal, stuck. Nothing happened. I actually went and got 300 mastery because apparently I can lightning wave into, I don't understand the description of this myth. It says hold a buddy sword skill and then portal. Maybe there's a missed opportunity here. Maybe it's you hold it down, unequipped it, and then go through a portal. No, nothing worked. Maybe I don't want to hold it. Maybe I'll use the sus glitch. Hang on. Let's go. Sus glitch? Nope. You know what? I'm saying debunked. I can't get it to work. Debunked. There's nothing special about the buddy sword. All right, the next one is that ice skating from the ice fruit is slower if you have low HP. So I'm going to take some damage from the ocean. Yep. And then let's equip. So now we can stand and we ice. Oh, yeah. That feels slower to me, right? Wait, is that slower? I'm gonna heal up. Hang on. Remember how fast that was. Full HP now. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's way faster. All right, that's true then. Just like with the light fruit, if you're low HP, you move slower. Oh, the next one is literally the exact same thing, but for the light fruit. We know this is true, but I'll demonstrate. Allow me. I'm thorough through and through. Nearly dead and really, really slow light fruit. Honestly, it feels so weird to move slow with the light. Apparently, if I press beast right and quickly press my sword, yeah, I got launched. That's so interesting. I have never ever seen that used before, but I suppose I could use it to throw myself and some lava. You press F and then your sword at the exact same time. That's so fun. I got another sword-based glitch. My main account doesn't have the fox lamp. That's right. For some reason, I can't get it. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put this out there. Y'all need to stop trying to break this game so the devs can make new content instead of bug fixes. So apparently, I hold down the fox lamp Z and then I unequipped the lamp like so. Doesn't work. You can't do that anymore. They've already had to fix this. Now, if I was to quickly die like so, and then I went into here and I did enabling PvP, but then I reset before the counter went down or went away, my PvP is still disabled. All right, that myth is confirmed. You can cancel enabling PvP by resetting. This next one I've never heard of, but first I need to gift my other account some money. So what we're trying to do here is apparently if I drop a devil fruit and then reset at the same time, that devil fruit will be invisible. I'm gonna do it from a distance to see if it helps. You can see him back there with the magma fruit, right? I want to be able to very clearly see this. I'm gonna reset and spam backspace. The devil fruit definitely disappeared. I saw it drop. Did it disappear or is it invisible? Oh, I have a magma fruit. It's invisible. Whoa, I had no idea. Can I store this? I can. Wow. Okay, you can make invisible devil fruit. That's crazy. I didn't know that one. There is an Among Us symbol underneath the Kitsune saddle. And the only way to find out is to have my alt account transform. I take some damage here to get his tails up. He has transformed and underneath the saddle? What does that mean? Oh, is there Among Us right there? I don't think so. There is an Among Us right there. That's what that is. Oh, I hate that so much. Okay, I don't like this. I need to become a human again. Nice, first try. Apparently, if I use the V4 human flash step into light fruit flight, I will turn invisible. Let us test this. Human V4, and I'm going to press RF. No? Just a light. I'm max human V4, I'm sure of it. Is there a special human V4 flash step? There isn't. Human V4 flash step into light flight. I think maybe this just doesn't work. They usually fix invisible bugs pretty quickly. If you use the T-Rex's gigantic leap while in the ocean, something special will happen. Why are you guys sending me these cryptic messages? Just tell me the myth, bro. What? Nothing happened. Maybe I need Fury. Send me these cryptic messages, not tell me that I need to be transformed. Like, what do you think this is, bro? Bush Week? I'm sorry. That was an incredibly Australian thing to say. I'm a T-Rex this time. Into the water and then press F. Whoa! What was that? Wait, why did I go backwards? Wait a minute. I need to heal. I gotta heal up. All right, we have enough HP this time. Let's try it again. You shoot backwards and then I feel like you shoot really far forward. Is this a charged jump or is it always, it's always the same? All right, let's call that one confirmed. Something weird happens in the water. Yay. If I unequipped the shark sword during the spin, apparently I'll just spin forever. I have my doubts though, because the swords seem to have all been fixed in this game. All right, shark sword ready to unequip, holding it down and boom. It just doesn't unequip anymore. It's fixed. Let's see if I can change swords. Hold down execution and then... Nah, cannot equip items while busy. All right, that myth is... Well, it was probably true at one point, but it's been fixed. Our next myth is actually just a misunderstanding. Let me clear this up for you guys. You guys know the haunted ship raids, right? Well, originally, they were the only ones that were meant to drop fool's gold, which you can see they drop 3 fool's gold per ship. Now, there was this rumor going around that it wasn't meant to be dropped by the regular ship raids. And apparently, these were not meant to drop it. And that's purely because in the update log, it never mentioned fool's gold for these regular ship raids. But apparently that's been fixed because if you look at the third sea, you can now see the large boat will give you 3 fool's gold. This might have used to have been a myth or a bug, but now it's just actually a feature in the game. We're back at the lava. Apparently the dragon transformation doesn't take damage from lava. Here we go, boys. And I got Dragon West. We'll actually be like standing on the lava. So let's go V transformation. There we go. I'm a dragon. Man, the dragon really makes this area look small. And now, oh, okay, you do take damage. It's definitely slower. The damage is a lot slower, but you still take damage as a dragon in the lava. There you go, which is so weird that the leopard doesn't take damage. Blox, fix your game. Our next myth is that the Acidum rifle is, it dashes faster than a regular weapon. And I think what's happening here is a graphical bug. Let's start right here. And what I'm going to do is just going to dash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 4.5 dashes with the Acidum rifle to get across. Let's unequip the Acidum rifle, starting from roughly on the line. And then we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and about 4.5. It's exactly the same number of dashes to cross, which means the speed would be exactly the same because the cooldown is exactly the same. I don't think the Acidum rifle is faster. I think it's a graphical thing. Apparently, the Doe V attack can move devil fruits. So I got these 2 guys here. They're going to roll me a devil fruit. Just in case someone rolls a good fruit, I've got 2 people to do it. And they both are on cooldown. Okay, maybe I'm not. I rolled a gas fruit. Okay, cool. Of course I did. It's YouTuber luck. Let me toss this on the ground real quick. Turn my hockey on. Now, apparently, if I hold down the V skill, I should be able to no, it's not moving at all. Apparently, you can move the devil fruit with the dough, but that doesn't appear to be real, bruh. I can't believe I rolled another gas fruit. God, I roll a lot of gas fruits, man. Let's try it one more time. Maybe with my hockey turned off. How about we do this? The devil fruit's definitely not moving. All right, that myth is busted. You cannot move a devil fruit with the Doe V. This next myth involves being able to switch your pale scarf off and still maintain your extended range. So check this out. If I run out here a little bit, you can see my ult account, Fruit Notifier OP. But if I run back, he's gonna disappear. There he is now gone. But if I put on the pale scarf, boom, see how my observation haki doesn't update? But now I can see him because I have the scarf on. There's an extended observation range. So now once I have it turned on, I should be able to change my accessory, which I have done, but I still have my extended observation haki. Look, I can still see him moving around back there, even though he is well beyond the range that I should be able to see him with my regular observation haki. And if I was to turn it off, I no longer will have the buff. I can't see him anymore. I'd have to run forward until he finally appears, which is, wow. Okay, it's all the way out here. So he was very far away in the end. So yeah, confirmed. You can turn on your haki, change your accessory, keep the buff. The next one is, I don't even know why this one was recommended so much by people. This isn't a myth. I think this is a feature. And the myth is basically, if I get on top of the Kitsune, I should be able to use my gun. Yeah, I can do it. But I don't understand. Why would this be a myth though? Isn't this the game working exactly how it should? Oh, you fall off if you use a skill. I still think that you being able to shoot from the back of a Kitsune makes so much sense to me. I'm pretty sure this is how it's meant to work. If this is not meant to work that way, then myth confirmed. But I think that's a feature. I'm back at the lava again. I keep having to come here. And this basically, if you stand still in the lava, you won't take any damage. Yeah, you won't. I'm doing that right now. Watch, if I jump over here and then stop, take a little bit of damage for when you touch the lava, and then it just stops. Myth confirmed. The next myth is that the unawakened Buddha shift can drown, apparently. This one definitely can't. It's very big. And now, if I jump over the ocean and I fall in, yeah, you swim as a Buddha now. Like the regular Buddha is swimming. He died. Didn't used to always be that way, but it is now. Apparently, if I fly my light fruit into this portal, whoa, that was strange. All right, let me try this again. I don't understand how, is this a bug? It works exactly as intended, but the light fruit just, it stops moving. What is this myth? Okay, I can confirm that you can use the light fruit to teleport through portals. The next one involves the hidden man and his hidden chip. Apparently, what happens here is if I engage this man in a fight and then I try to teleport to Cafe, it worked exactly as it was meant to work. I was told that you couldn't teleport away from the lore raid, but myth busted, you can teleport away from the lore raid. If I use the flame fruit's F ability and then very, very quickly switch to another devil fruit, I'm gonna get like a Superman T-pose or something. So let's do this. It didn't work. I think they fixed it in the sense that like every time you're in the middle of a skill, you're technically stunned or something like that. Yeah, you can't do these things anymore. My other idea would be if I eat a devil fruit. Eat, and then hold F. F, 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 F. No, you can't do anything while you're eating. Okay, busted. That one doesn't work. I'm back at lava again. Y'all are obsessed with lava, dude. Apparently, the Venom transformation doesn't take lava damage. I could have just done all of these at the same time. Oh, my auto raid stayed. That wasn't a myth, but it's a thing that happened. Are you kidding me, game? Bruh, come on. What does this mean? Like, my dragon takes damage. The Venom doesn't? That's crazy. What if I fly into it? That's crazy. I'm lava immune. Confirmed. This next myth is that if we start a raid at the exact same time, they'll spawn next to each other. I think we've both just clicked the button. Yeah, so we both clicked the button pretty much at the same time. Will it work? I don't see the other raid anywhere. I see enemies. Okay, so that's the sea over there. There it is. I see the other raid. That's the other raid all the way over there. I see it. Wait, I could fly to that. You know what? They did spawn kind of close to each other because this is not a far distance to go. They did not spawn on top of each other though, okay? Myth busted. They don't spawn on top of each other. There you go. Here's a double for you. You can travel to other people's raids, but you cannot hurt their NPCs. It doesn't work. I can't help them do the raid, but I can get here. This next one feels obvious, and that is that if I use the... Whoa! If I use the missile and I face downwards, it'll fling me into the air, which, yeah, of course, it's got knockback from the explosion. Even if you use missile jab normally, there's a little bit of a knockback. It's just the speed at which you shoot. There's so much pressure. Now, I think the next one is with superhuman. What is Conqueror's gun? Yeah, okay, so if I hold down Conqueror's gun, I can't talk to this NPC anymore. I think this myth is trash myth. What if I open up the menu? I'm ready to click the learn button, and now I hold, you can't hold down C. This myth myth claimed that if you hold Conqueror's gun and switch your fighting style, you'll get stuck. But that's busted. Doesn't work. Now, we all know the old Buddha glitch. You transform and then pull your sword out. When you transform back, you get giant sword, right? My Buddha transformation is unawakened. This glitch shouldn't work anymore. And this isn't the myth. Don't worry. I'm just using this as an example. If I shift and press, yeah, my sword stays small. The new myth is that they fixed it for swords. They didn't fix it for guns. No, my gun's small. And I saw it be big for a second, and then the game corrected. I think it's been fixed. Myth busted. You cannot get a giant gun with the Buddha glitch. The top corner of the mansion in the third sea is not a safe zone. I've actually heard this one before, and I've messed around with it myself. It's up here. Yeah, as you can see, once I get up here, by holding my screen, you can see how it no longer says safe zone at the bottom of my screen there. For whatever reason, this is not a safe zone. The next one should be pretty well known by now, but let's still confirm it because things change in this game. And that is you can glitch into the Race Awakening room in the second sea. I'm actually fairly certain you can do it in the third sea too. Let me get that flash step. There we go. Now we're in the ocean. I'm scared. I'm scared. I believe it's that box right there is the Race Awakening room. If I go around the side here, yeah, there it is. The little spot that you can stand on. And then we need to just get our camera a little bit adjusted. There. Nah, I missed. There we go. Okay, I got it. I got the angle. Come on. Flash step. There we go. Okay, it's not actually activated, though, because he doesn't look like me, which means you cannot talk to this ever. Yeah, I was going to say, man. No, he can't even take you back. You are stuck here, bro. This is your new home now in these walls. Myth confirmed. There is absolutely no way that this next one works, but also control rework hasn't happened, so maybe. Apparently, I can use the Gamma Rush ability to hurt people inside the safe zone. So let's see if I can pull this off. What I have to do is I need to hit with the Gamma Rush someone inside this area. So I'm going to hit this guy. As you can see, Truth over there is still in the safe zone. I think it didn't do anything. Nothing at all. They took 0 damage. There's no way, even if they move further in the zone. One more time for good measure. The NPC died instantly and I'm doing 0 damage now, which means I cannot hit people in the safe zone with it. I'm back in the lava once again. Now people want to tell me that the ice fruit doesn't take any damage in lava. This can't be real. No, I'm taking that. Wait, what if I skate? Oh, it cancels this. Yeah, of course, ice takes damage in the lava, you idiot. Man, lucky there's a bomb fruit right here I can pick up. Our next myth is that if you drop a devil fruit into the ocean, it will summon a sea beast. Where my sea beast? That one's busted. And someone out there owes me a bomb fruit. This next one will be awesome if it's true. Apparently, if I use Besto Friendo while having a sword, any NPC that it kills is automatically going to give me sword mastery. Let me shoot out my best friend. Who is it? I'm not sure. Am I going to get sword mastery right now? Watch the top of my screen. I did. I got sword mastery for whoever that person is. They got me sword mastery. Let's go. I'm pretty close to a level, bro. Get that man. What you doing? There you go. Good work. Are you dumb? Kill that man. Get him, son. There we go. It's a new person. Who's this? Hi. Welcome to the video, best friendo. Come over here and kill this person. Wait, did I gain a mastery? I did! I'm 371. Oh, dude, I'm so smart. I'm never gonna have to play this game again. You don't even need bots. You've just got to be smart at the game. This next myth claims that your best friendo can attack NPCs that you can no longer kill, like a quest NPC. So if I was to glitch through this door and go up against the Ice Admiral that, you know, you fought this guy to access the second sea, you can't hurt him anymore. There's nothing you can do to the guy, all right? But my best friendo can actually attack and kill the Ice Admiral after you've done the quest. This is completely useless. Is he gonna win? Yeah, dude, he's got this easy. Got this in the bag, bro. Hey, what are you doing? Get back in there. Come on, best friend. Finish him. Yes, and I even got mastery for the... Hello, he's gone. He's so aggro, dude. Calm down. That myth is confirmed. Whether or not you'll ever use it, I cannot say. This next one, I'm just gonna do it right here. I don't know why this came in so much. Like, of the hundreds of suggestions that I got for different myths from you guys, this one popped up a lot. If you transform as Buddha and you have a permanent fruit, you can change to it, but you can't. It tells you to disable your transformation. I think this is happening because a lot of people don't have permanent fruits, so they're just misinformed. Even if if we were to, you know, go into the shop, get the Quake, and at the same time I shift, I try to do it, it just doesn't work. There's a slight delay now. Blox Fruits they've completely fixed this kind of stuff. This next myth is actually a strategy that I use. I can confirm this one works. Let's go into a public server because I can't really test it in a private one. The way this myth goes is there's two ways you could do this. You could go into low detail mode and fly up into the sky to check out the moon, or you could do what I do, which is just die, zoomed in, or even zoomed out, super zoomed out if you want. And when you fall through the world, you'll get a chance to look for the moon. Okay, the sun's just coming up, which means the moon is just going down. You won't be able to see it properly. But once you're halfway through the day, you can just look straight down. And when you fall through the world, you'll see what the next moon phase is going to be. It's going to be right beneath you, and you'll be able to see it. Let's see if I can see this moon now. There it was. You see that? Now we know it's over in that direction. We fall through the ground. Don't let someone else kill you. You lose your bounty. And you can see the moon over there. That's how you figure out the next moon phase. Let's try and do the other one because people say it's a lot easier. And I might as well show you both of these myths to confirm both of them work. We go fast mode, low detail mode. It's the same thing. Once that is done, we can shoot straight up into the air. All right, are we up high enough? I think you hold your divine arrow and then you can look down. Nah, I can still see the islands. This takes so long. We're still not high. You know what? All right, this method sucks. I don't know how other people do this. My method's better, bro. If you reset while the raid map is loading, you're gonna get flung off into the distance. Also, new myth. Has this door always been off center? Wait a minute. That is so annoying. All right, let's test this other actual myth. If I just get a regular flame raid, and so what I should do, I believe, is I press this, it's loading the map, and now I reset, and it teleports me at the... No, nothing happened. It canceled it. So I have a feeling this one used to be true. It was probably just fixed. This next myth is very similar, and it's that basically, without joining the raid, I'll be able to ride the Kitsune's back and join the raid. All right, I got one of my fans to help me with this one. Now, if he starts the raid while I'm on his back, I should get teleported with him. Come on! Loading. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Also busted? I was sure that was gonna work. Unlucky. Well, in that case, busted. Guys, wake up. New myth dropped. All right, let's do this one. So we press the loading map and then we shift. We're gonna wait for a little bit. And now we're gonna hold down V. Oh, it worked. Whoa, look at that giant beam. Yo, okay, well, that myth still works. What is that? Yo, what? Is that the gate to admin land? Heaven above? Does that happen when you... Oh, it's one of the shots. All right, myth confirmed. All right, the next one is apparently I can teleport away from the gacha when I roll the fruit. Nah, it lagged out because I was spamming C. You can't do that. You can't teleport away from the gacha while rolling, I don't think. I'm allied with this other guy. Okay, let's see if maybe he can roll a fruit, and at the exact same time, I will teleport us somewhere. And 3, 2, 1... Did anything happen? He didn't get a devil fruit? Oh, okay. Actually, you know what? I think I see what happened here. Let me get one of my accounts. Okay, myth attempt number 2. And yes, go on, just say it. Yucky. On my other account, I'm going to press and I'm going to start the chat. Okay, I've started the chat. And now I'm going to teleport us away to Cake Land. So I meant to get better devil fruit. Look, even Zeol's chat even got small. Okay, apparently I'm going to roll a good devil fruit right now. I don't think this bug worked. Can't really test it more than once, but I'm going to say busted. The next one is you can walk into the houses in Hydra Town. And I actually think this is an old myth. Yeah, I think someone doesn't realize that Hydra Town has been updated. Maybe there's someone who hasn't played in a while who sent this one in. But this was finally fixed when the town changed. You can't walk through the houses anymore. This one was true, but all of Hydra is different now. So can you get into the houses? Oh, you can, but there's no reason to go in here. I am stuck now. I am stuck now. That one is busted. The next one is also busted, but I'm going to offer you guys a different version of it. This myth claims that there is a secret arena under the great tree right here. It would be in this little bit. That's not true anymore. They changed this place. As you can see, underneath the great tree right now, there isn't a room in here like there used to be. But I can show you a place that does have one. So if I go to Doghouse, this is where you do your race V3. You can actually teleport through this wall with shift block. Here's a nice little PvP arena that you can use. It's not as good as the tree one was, but the tree one is gone now, unfortunately. Guess where we are? Guess. Just guess where we're back to. The magma fruit. Did I already do this? I can't remember. The magma fruit is immune to... Oh, it is. Actually, you know what? The magma fruit is immune to magma. Good. Can you imagine the leopard fruit was immune and the magma fruit wasn't? That's crazy. Our next myth is for the new boss in the game, the Tyrant of the Skies. This myth is that you can get any devil fruit drop by defeating him. And now I actually spoke to Uzoth about this today, and I can confirm that you can get the eagle devil fruit as a drop, and there's a very rare chance, like insanely rare chance, to get yourself the gravity devil fruit. So you can't get any devil fruit from this guy. It's Falcon 99% of the time. Sometimes gravity. Insanely lucky. I'm actually just gonna check because I think this should be on the wiki by now. You have a chance at the physical eagle fruit and the physical gravity fruit. Unknown chance, though it's very low. Yeah, I heard it's crazy low. Technically, it's busted, but also the wiki had updated information. This person was just uninformed. This next myth takes place in the worst place in this game. We're out at the question mark levels. We've all used the Portal V to get rid of scary monsters in the ocean. But did you know that if you go into the V, because your level goes down, when you go back out, you get a small window of time before everything gets super dark again and super wobbly. If it's pitch black of a nighttime, this can be really good to see if there's anything nearby. It's very niche though. Let me see if I can do a better job of showing you guys how this works. You know what? I would recommend waiting in here and then just use the V a second time. That way you can be zoomed out. Boom. We go back through and you get that little bit of time there where like you could just kind of see a bit better. So this next one is also in the like scary part of the third sea. We're out in the question mark areas. Instead of using your dimensional rift to despawn monsters, you can also use it to kind of get a bit of a look when you go back into the ocean. Wait for your skill to come off cooldown and use it a second time. And then when we go back through the rift, you'll see that for a brief moment, you can see everything, and then it gets real dark again. But this is a good way to see if there's anything around you. This isn't really a myth as much as it's just a pro tip, and I like it. Good pro tip. This next myth claims that if you use the maximum overheat ability from Death Step, it will increase your base damage, even if you switch your fighting style again. Let's just judge this here. So bang, 2,496, and it's always 2,496. Let's quickly get Death Step. Boom and boom. Oh, we have to wait for maximum overheat to come off cooldown. That's fun. Let's activate maximum overheat. All right, and now we switch back to Sharkman. Okay, so the fire is still on my feet, and I think this is where the myth comes from. So it was 2,496, and now we do 2,496 damage. It's not real. My feet burning for no reason, bruh. I'm burning off my Nikes for you guys. This next one claims you can use ice skating to go through walls. I don't think you can. Based on what exactly? Your experience? Because my experience says no. Can I go through this wall? How about this one? These are really thin walls. How about this? Nope, that was weird though. All right, I don't believe that one's true. This next one's old. I feel like we sort of did a version of this already, but people are claiming it works with the mammoth fruit. So if we transform and then grab the smoke fruit, that should bug us out, which it hasn't done. I'm perfectly fine. Maybe I gotta be faster. Boom. No, it appears to be fine. I'm gonna go with busting. Absolutely busting, my guy. Apparently, if I hold down Mace X and then I unequip the mace, which I think you could do. No, you don't hold them down anymore. You gotta click them at the exact same time. I've already done this with the sussy glitch. And go. Didn't work. You know, I'm confused. Why does this work? Because if I hold down Quiet Rush... Oh, interesting. I did it again. Why can I do it with everything except for... Like, I can only do it with Katana. I hold down the X, then the minute I let... It doesn't get rid of it, though. I'm gonna say busted. I think the Katana's just old, so it still works with Katana. The other weapons have been fixed. In this next glitch, apparently I can teleport or fly back from raids, and then I will be invincible until the raid ends. But I don't think that's true. So I've teleported back here, and I don't think I'm not invincible. Okay, I'm gonna have to try it again. All right, this time I'm going to fly back with the light fruit. Flying back took way too long. It's So a 12-minute raid, and I've only got 7 minutes left on the raid. That's not good. I don't think I'm immune to NPC damage. I think this is worded incorrectly by the viewer who sent it in. I think I'm immune to PvP damage. I'm a Logia. Yeah, I'm taking damage. Okay, let me quickly get an alt account and see if I can take PvP damage. All right, here's another account. It's gonna blast me. Oh, I suppose I am immune to PvP for a couple of minutes then. That's pretty crazy. We're not allies, right? We are not allies. Okay, confirmed. That's pretty awesome. I was not expecting it to work. The experienced captain in the 3rd sea doesn't have pants on. Nah, this has to be fixed. Yeah. It was true, but then they updated this. So this one's busted. It's an old myth. Apparently, if I go into parallel escape, I can... No, you can't use M1 moves. I was told I could use my click moves while in the escape. But no, it forces you out of the escape when you attack. That one immediately... Dude, I busted that one so fast. I'm so good at this now. Apparently, you can trap the light fruit in a chair if you just land and then sit in it and you stay in your light form. That's the myth. I have a feeling that this sort of thing is... It just doesn't work. Uh-oh. I'm stuck in a different room. Oh, I'm actually gonna get... I got out of that room. Crazy. It doesn't look like the chairs activate. I think when you hit them, you just... Yeah, you bounce off them now. Are there any chairs that aren't for trading? Oh, I can't... I'm just trying to figure out why I can't jump. It's because of the time thing. So these are non-trading chairs, but also you don't sit in them anymore. I think I remember this working, but as of now... busted. Our next myth claims that if you stand on a rock out in the ocean, the sea events will no longer spawn. I have a theory that this one is like 50% correct. There's a little bit more to it. We're out in level 2. This should do it. I'm going to jump onto that big rock right there. So if we stand right here on this rock, not a single sea event should spawn. So let's just wait, maybe give it 5 minutes, see what happens. Oh, okay. A sea event has spawned. I'm going to go into my V. Just standing on a rock near your boat does not work. But I'm fairly certain if I was to head on over to like this rock, see how now on the side here, my level has gone away, my sea danger level, which means now there shouldn't be anything spawning. So maybe I'll just stand on this rock. It's a little bit closer. Please let me stand. Yes. All right. I'm going to stand here for a couple of minutes and we'll just see if anything spawns. I'm fairly certain if it doesn't say a danger level over here, then nothing can spawn. It's been a couple of minutes. The moon has moved from there to up there. Nothing has spawned. The myth is kind of busted, kind of confirmed. You just have to be far enough away from your boat and it will work. This next one claims there's a secret NPC at the back of prison, which not that I'm aware of, unless, are they talking about this guy? The devil fruit remover? Is this guy still considered, like, comment down below if you knew this guy was here. You can pay him money. He'll remove your devil fruit. Does that count as a secret NPC? The message that I got doesn't say anything else. Comment down below. I feel like everybody knows about this now. I'm gonna say busted. You should know that's there. Does the Sharkman karate do more damage in 10 seconds than God Human? Let's find out. We're gonna use Mammoth to test. Now, I'm assuming that this test is based on the mouse button clicks, but maybe we'll try both. All right, I have a timer ready and we'll start counting the 10 seconds from the first hit. 52,870 just by punching the guy. That seems like a lot. Ow! Now we got our God Human. Let's go back. Exact same test, 10 seconds of punching. 55,304? That was pretty close. I think they were only off by a couple thousand. That's crazy. I can see how the God Human might end up doing less for a lot of people, and that's simply because God Human has knockback, and that can mess up your whole combo. I'm not going to say busted or confirmed. They're pretty close, and it all comes down to the God Human knockback. If we use the creation fruit and we use the magic city ability on top of one another, apparently weird stuff will happen. They're on top of each other, but wait, no, it's just a bigger city. And if I had run into his attack, it would have hurt me. Okay, let's try again. I'm gonna go right to the edge and use it here. Now they're literally on top of each other. Oh, it's a little bit weird because I'm going through and then I'm taking damage as well. I don't know if I would say that that's confirmed as much as like that's kind of what you would expect to happen. The next one I've heard of before, and that's if I line up my Slayer of Goliath, I use it and then I unequip the... Nah, okay, you go into combat too quickly now. You used to get people stuck and they wouldn't be able to move, but he is fine. I think the combat detection in the game has just gotten better. All right, I'm currently a pirate, so I'm going to ally apply my ult. Apparently, if I switch into the Marines right here, boom, that's annoying that I teleported all the way over here. Obviously, now I don't have access to the ally bar, but if I go back over this way and I become a pirate again, now apparently the ally system should be broken. So we're allied, but I should still be able to attack my friend. Nope. I guess that means it's fixed. I'm fairly certain this is a bug that used to work, but busted. Our next myth, there's two of them. We're going to do them together, and that is that the Kitsune with the pilot helmet is faster than the light fruit and the dough fruit. So let's do a quick test. If we just go from here to the other side of the little arena there, we should be able to get a good idea. Light fruit is, boom, about that fast. Let's go back with the dough fruit. I know the dough fruit is surprisingly quick, but I think it's a little bit slower than the light. And now we need the Kitsune transformation plus the pilot helmet. I think it should be pretty obvious. Like, even without like a side-by-side, I think it should be really obvious that the Kitsune is faster than both of them. There's no startup speed or anything. Like, it doesn't start slow. It's just like full speed out the gate. So I'm going to say both of those myths are confirmed. This next myth is entirely my own fault. This is from my own videos. I made this up years ago. It comes back around. Basically, if you stand outside of the factory and use like your light to finish off the factory, if you don't get teleported because you're standing out here, you'll get better devil fruit. And it keeps working in my videos, even though we all know it's not real. We got tested again though. We get it down low, 1,500, perfect. And now we're gonna drop this ranged attack. We run outside. There was no teleport. Oh, we got the sand fruit, which means I know it's not real because I'm the guy who made it up. Busted, all right? Stop believing that video I made like 2 years ago.